You ever had a gut feeling that maybe you were meant for more, but you weren't really sure what the next best steps were to achieve it? Me too. So what's your more? What's your destination?
Hey party people, my limitless friends. Welcome to episode number 2 of Limitless and Chill, which is a special edition of the Limitless with Leah YouTube channel. We kick back here by the fire on our comfy chair, and we talk about some great triathlon topics. I've got a good one for you today, and it's more of a topic that came up through reflection. And I wanted to share it with you because I think that a lot of us as athletes can benefit from this discussion and hearing this topic. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. However, I'm going to encourage you, make sure you send in any questions or topics that you want to talk about on the Limitless and Chill episode, and we'll talk about it. Okay, here we go. That topic that I want to talk about is redefining your limits. So just the word redefine. I think I'm dubbing that as my new word, maybe of the month, maybe of the season. Let's just say the season. It's definitely kind of transcending with me right now. I've been identifying with that word because I think once you've been in triathlon for a little while, sometimes we can get a little stuck in what we think our limits are. Even if you haven't even jumped into the sport, we tend to do this. It's a little bit human nature. You kind of have dug yourself into a little routine. You know what you've done in the past. You know what you're comfortable with, and you find yourself in your rhythm of, hey, this is kind of my limit or my comfort zone. I don't think I can go harder than this. I don't think I can put more power into this, more speed, more time, more volume, whatever it may be. So I'm training for my first full Ironman, and I've found myself kind of grappling a little bit with like where I should be, what, compared to what I have been doing, and this is my zone 2 pace, or this is my zone 4, my FTP, this, that, and I think I'm just trying to scrap that narrative and think about redefining. So maybe your max on the bike is, you don't know what your max is on the bike because you haven't hit it yet, right? Maybe you think it's this, and you get so in your ways that you're always sticking to the same thing. But have you tried to go outside that box a little bit to figure out is there a limit? What is the limit? And let's try to push the envelope a little bit. So sometimes I get to be a little bit of a nervous Nelly, and I'm like, I don't want to go outside of my like structured zones, right? And this feels too fast, or this feels too slow, or I think a lot, about those things. So I'm just trying to encourage myself to have a more open mind, I think, is what this whole redefining stage is for me. So maybe I don't know what my, power is that I can hit on the bike or sustain. Maybe I don't really know how fast I can sustain on the run if I've never thought I was capable of a little bit faster pace, right? You think you kind of know what your max is, but if you just maybe take that idea out of your mind or what you should be doing and try something new, just dip your toe in, I think you'll be surprised at the results. Something that I think helps me focus on this like redefining theme is RPE. So the past couple months have kind of been, it's like been a slow kind of pick back up ever since I had COVID, and then I kind of had a little kickback with this cold that I had last week. And I'm telling myself, oh, this is too hard, or this, I'm not doing enough, or why can't I push the power that I was pushing last year, or whatever. And I had a workout given to me by my coach it was a bike workout, and it was all RPE, and I wrote to her and I was like, look, this helped me get so much out of my head, and thinking that you have to stay in this certain zone or stick in this certain zone, which, don't get me wrong, okay, we have zones for a reason, power zones, heart rate zones. We should use them smartly. But as we continue in our evolution as a triathlete, sometimes I think you have to pull yourself out of that and look kind of outside from a more global perspective view, or outside looking in perspective, and say, maybe I'm just going to try a little bit harder today and see what my RPE 9 or 10 is. Maybe it's like way more powerful than I imagined I was capable of. Maybe I'm going to do the RPE 9 or 10 out on the treadmill or out on the road, and I'm going to go way faster than I think. So my point is that I think a lot of us as athletes can benefit from this reframing of our perspective to redefine what we're capable of. We are oftentimes a lot more capable than we give ourselves credit for. So that's just what I'm going to encourage you to do. As you jump into your workouts here over these coming spring months, ask yourself, maybe there's more. Maybe I can eke out a little bit more, and without hurting myself, or without messing up the rest and recovery and all that good stuff, right? We got to definitely pay attention to those priorities. But I wanted to share that with you because that's been something that's been going on in my head. I'm going to redefine those limits. We talk about how on the Limitless with Leah channel, we're turning limits into the word limitless, and I think this redefining theme is really in line with what we're all about on this vlog. So I'm going to leave you with that thought for now, and I'm going to go get on my bike, and I'm going to redefine what I think I can do, because I think there's a lot in the tank. So be strong, work hard, and know that you are capable of more. Peace.
Amigo que não sou de ser.
Join us next time on the Limitless with Leah triathlon blog, where you'll find more content where we turn limits to limitless.